Uh, Ever stop to consider why stories about bodies transforming, sometimes beautifully, often disturbingly, are captivating audiences like never before? Uh, what For decades, uh, body horror lingered in the shadows, a niche subgenre for dedicated fans, but something has shifted from critically acclaimed films to buzzworthy TV series. A new wave of body horror is taking center stage, and it's resonating with a wider audience than ever before. Horror expert Xavier Aldana Reyes recalls seeing Corrali Fargat's The Substance. He expected a film for a select group, but it became a surprising hit. Universal Pictures initially hesitated wanting changes to the ending, and however, after Mubi acquired the film and gave it a wider release, it grossed over $78 million worldwide, exceeding 4 times its production budget, and earned Demi Moore Oscar nomination following citing of Volcano or New Fire's smaller Oscar services in sight of the nomination. Also, traditionally, body horror focused on uncontrollable physical transformations, often relying on graphic imagery. Films like David Cronenberg's The Fly defined the genre, but often remain within a specific audience. Now, a growing number of films and shows are explicitly labeled as body horror, and they're attracting viewers beyond the typical horror fan. Films like Love Lies Bleeding and I Saw the TV Glow have achieved uh, critical acclaim and wide releases. Julia Ducournau's Titan, a visually striking and unsettling film, won the Palme d'Or at the 2021 Cannes Film Festival. Even television is embracing the trend with series like Dead Ringers and episodes of Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities exploring similar themes. The recent release of Ryan Murphy's The Beauty on Disney Plus generated significant buzz, and with the trailer alone garnering nearly 190 million views. This surge in popularity isn't accidental. Creators are increasingly drawn to body horror as a way to explore contemporary anxieties. Sarah Lum, a lecturer at the University of Leeds, notes that body horror allows filmmakers to, quote, tap into the cultural anxieties of our era. Titane, for example, explores themes of bodily autonomy and pregnancy, resonating with conversations surrounding reproductive rights and the Me Too movement. Aldana Reyes agrees, emphasizing the social and political potential of the genre. He points to 2016's Raw, a film where cannibalism serves as a metaphor for sexual awakening, as a turning point. The 2020s have seen this trend accelerate with creators using body horror to address pressing social issues, and many recent films tap into anxieties surrounding cosmetic surgery, social media, and the pursuit of unattainable beauty standards. The Substance centers on a former actress who uses a serum to create a younger version of herself. And Del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities features an episode that satirizes ridiculous beauty standards, highlighting the lengths people go to in pursuit of perfection. The Ugly Stepsister offers a unique take on the classic fairy tale, focusing on the psychological and physical suffering of one of Cinderella's stepsisters. The film depicts her desperate attempts to conform to beauty standards, resorting to extreme and horrifying measures. The beauty also cackles these themes while also engaging with anxieties surrounding weight loss drugs like Ozempic. The show explores the potential consequences of seeking physical perfection through artificial means. Interestingly, many of the creators behind these projects are women and minority voices. Aldana Reyes suggests this isn't necessarily a conscious choice, but rather that body horror provides a powerful medium for expressing personal experiences and perspectives. Films like Titane, The Substance, Tiger Stripes, and The Ugly Stepsister are all written and directed by women, offering unique insights into the pressures and expectations placed upon women bodies. I saw the TV Glow, which explores gender dysphoria, is written and directed by a non-binary filmmaker. Aldana Reyes explains that these filmmakers bring a heightened awareness of how bodies are perceived and judged, particularly for women and trans individuals. They've experienced firsthand the societal pressures to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. Ducournau herself doesn't identify her films as body horror, viewing them as dramas or love stories that simply utilize body horror tools. And Farjeet, however, embraces the label, seeing it as a perfect vehicle to express the violence all these women's issues are about. Beyond explicit body horror, many films and shows are incorporating elements of the genre to explore characters' internal struggles. And Hulu's Rami features an episode that uses body horror to represent a character's anxiety and trauma. Netflix's Russian Doll employs similar imagery to depict a character's mental state. And the normalization of graphic content also plays a role. Aldana Reyes notes that violence and explicit imagery are increasingly common in television and film. This, combined with the desire to tell personal stories about the body, creates a fertile ground for body horror to flourish. The growing popularity of body horror isn't just about the themes it explores, but also about the messages it conveys. Aldana Reyes believes that body horror is finally being recognized for its artistic merit rather than just its sensationalism. The Substance, for example, resonated with audiences because of its message about self-acceptance and the dangers of chasing unattainable beauty standards. Lam agrees, noting that films created by women often offer a deeper exploration of characters' internal lives. They focus on the psyche rather than simply relying on shock value. The increased investment in projects like The Beauty demonstrates that studios are recognizing the potential of the genre. Looking ahead, Lom hopes to see more transgressive and art house body horror films. Aldana Reyes believes the genre will continue to evolve, becoming more diverse, complex, and politically engaged. He anticipates seeing more filmmakers from underrepresented groups exploring the themes of identity and body image. And so the next time you see a film or show that pushes the boundaries of physical transformation, remember that it's more than just gore and spectacle. It's a reflection of our anxieties, our desires, and our ongoing struggle to understand what it means to be human. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.
Hey, thanks.